What's up, everybody? It's the House of Chayton here, doing a random stream for no reason, really. I'm just actually let me move that. I don't know if it's random streams. I don't really want to add too much bullshit in there, but I am currently reorganizing and stuff for my closet, and I was listening to stuff, and then I was like, you know what? Let me stream for a moment. Why not? Right? Gonna talk about shit. Plus, I'm probably going to remove that video from the other day because it's a moot point. Plus, you can see what different outfits I have or shirts and whatnot. Like these are all like Terrifier stuff. Like, well, one Rhea Ripley, but the rest of them are all like Terrifier related. Like that one, that one, that one, that one. That's the Walmart brand one. Oh, that's good. That's good, Jason. I'm doing fantastic. Enjoying the day off. That one. Hopefully that one doesn't get taken down. That one. That one. I recently got that one. And this one. The Fool and the Devil. So yeah, those are all my Terrifier shirts. And one Rhea Ripley shirt. So yeah. Anyway. I'm also looking to get rid of some old stuff and all that good stuff. But yeah. Like here is a Seth freaking Rollins I got from a Raw. Actually, I believe I got both of these at Raw. This was probably 2023 or 2022. I can't recall exactly when. Let's see. Silence of the Lambs. I've thought about getting rid of this one, but I do like it. Hello, how are you doing, George? I'm doing fantastic. Just chilling and all that good shit. Got my phone charging? No, I do not. Give me a second. I have a Silent Hill 2 shirt. That's actually the second one I have. Give me a second. Y'all can see the inside of the closet. Nothing too crazy. But yeah. Just so that way, if I want to go outside, I can always just go on my phone if I want to go smoke or something, and all that good stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking about maneuvering the other closet to where I can put jackets and anything that we're probably not going to be using for the summertime in there. So I'm thinking about doing that. This is probably my oldest hoodie. I've had this probably for over a decade, Star Wars hoodie. But yeah, I'm like looking to see what I want to get rid of. Probably the only other stuff I have multiple things of is Ghost merch. I do have like a few shirts of Ghosts. Not as much as I would like, especially compared to Terrifier. This one is a funny story. So I worked at GameStop around the time I believe this came out. So I had this, they gave me this shirt. So yeah, I only have it like yellow. I don't really care for yellow themed shirts, but I just have it for, it's comfortable. Like it's probably one of the more comfortable outfits or shirts I have. Of course, gotta have my Superman from James Gunn Superman. Wonder what's gonna happen with the sale. It's just like all that. Let's see who messaged me. Oh, okay. I thought it was something. All right. So yeah, these are the types of streams you're probably going to be expecting for the rest of the month. Is stuff if I feel like it, because I don't really like in terms of actually doing full-on streams. They're not something that I'm really keen on doing right now, due to the fact that I just am really busy, or I want to focus on like for example, tonight the wife and I are going to watch Ready or Not because we got tickets for the upcoming one this coming in the end of the month. Also, I'm going to be meeting Derek Mears, who played Jason Voorhees in the remake. I'll be meeting him on Friday 13th, actually. My ogre shirt for Shrek always has a soft spot in my heart. All right, I need to make sure that everything's aligned perfectly. When CM Punk came back to wrestling in AEW, I was that like, oh yes, one of my favorite posters. If you also look up, let me see if I can do this. You can see the black phone, the grabber, is literally one of the last things the wife and I see before we go to bed. At least me, because I sleep on the side where the face is more staring. But yeah, this is also a very worn shirt, but it's my CM Punk when he came back in AEW. So that is very special to me. Believe it. Is that Jay Margera in that thing? And are you going by a character from Assassin's Creed 3? Or is it Black Flag? I know both of them have the last name Kinway. Black Flag is good to see. Yeah, the show, like I will admit, like I'm not going to be watching WrestleMania. Like the only reason why I'm even going to Raw on the 16th is because I'm working the event. That's literally it. I will be transparent though. I will buy probably a t-shirt, most likely. I will, most likely, depending on what they have. If they have an AJ Lee shirt that the wife wants, I may get her something like that. So I would like a Brock Lesnar t-shirt. I haven't had have I ever had a Brock Lesnar t-shirt? I don't think I have. So if they have a Brock Lesnar t-shirt and it's cool, I'll probably get that. Because I have like 2 CM Punk t-shirts. Yay for me. What are you talking about? Oh, the AJ Lee shirt, I'm assuming? Or you talking about the clean the closet? I don't know. Yeah, I really only need one of these. It's like a shirt I would wear if I go for like interviews and shit like that. I don't really, not something I wear a lot out. I need to fix some of them because I need to make sure they're all good there. Yeah, the Cody Rhodes winning, I figured it was gonna happen and shit, but you know it is still disappointing. My little SpongeBob thing, but I more so use it like as an Ace Ventura shirt. But yeah, that's what you're gonna expect from me for the rest of the month. I personally, there's only one stream I have planned outside of Popcorn Panel. There's only one stream I have planned, and it's really not even this month. It's next month. That's going to be the next Late Night with the Devil, which I'm really wanting because, as I've stated to people behind the scenes, Late Night with the Devil is always used as finale with situations. It's like the Hell in the Cell for wrestling terms, right? Like when a beef goes on, that's usually the end of the beef. And truth be told, a lot of beefs have been ended through Late Night with the Devil. Some have been created with Late Night with the Devil as well after the aftermath, like the last Late Night with the Devil. But this issue that has been going on for far too long, and it's getting. At first, it was funny. At first, it was. Yeah, I'll be honest. I fell asleep partially through. I didn't really care for it. Performances were good and was shot great, but yeah, I just didn't. You know what I like better, even though I still give it a 2.5. Dolly was better. I want to see. I heard Cold Storage is now on digital, so I want to watch that because that is on. That's on digital now. So yeah, Friday 13th thing. I may. We don't have an extra thing. You know, even though it's not like because I'm looking. I gotta go back and check because again, I mentioned I'm meeting Derek Mears. I'm either gonna have if I can actually have him sign something, which I'm sure I will be able to. I'm debating on either the Friday the 13th mask or the Friday the 13th 2009 Blu-ray from Scream Factory. That would be cool if I ever got to meet the Jasons over the years that are still alive and have them sign each movie that they're in. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Should be the mask? Like, I don't know. I don't know if they would allow the mask. I would like because I don't have any Jason merch, and my woman's coming with us, and this is she does look good in this, so I wouldn't mind doing that. Anyway, let me know in the whether it be in the comments or whatnot. I'm always good to respond back. Apparently, YouTube has voice messages, like voice replies now, so I can literally reply to you through a voice clip. I have not tried that yet, but yeah, that is very interesting. Oh, I had this reverse. Interesting. But yeah, so the issue that's been going on for the last 2 months, right? 3 months almost now. It went from being funny to just a mild annoyance to just being sad and pathetic. If you know who I'm referring to, I'm not going to mention that person's name until the episode. But I really, and he's now, according to what I've heard, he's now trying to be better. But honestly, like, the sins of your past will come back and haunt you. And unfortunately, this is the sins of your past. And even if he was good for 2 weeks, I still can't look at that as fucking especially what I heard happened on the last stream. So, me personally, that person is going to have to get what's coming to them. But yeah, like in terms of Late Night with the Devil, like that's one thing, like finality, fucking the idea that they're not buried or fucking whatever the fuck, but their reputation after said video is usually very up in the air. I can make a joke about one person that someone simped for a woman, and then they after that video where they were being critiqued and called out, a few weeks later their channel was gone. So there is fucking, like, there is proof that people who are called out aren't fully the same after that. Let's see. Okay, I'm just looking at my messages. All right, so I'm on remove Facebook from that right now. So who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Okay. Since my mom doesn't watch my YouTube channel, I can actually show what I got her. I got her a Grim pop. We love the Grim Vegetability Mandy baggies. I don't buy too many pops anymore, but it's still something that I would like. Let's see, jacket. All right, so where am I at? Did I make sure I put everything evenly? I don't know. I have been playing 2K26 for anybody who's been wondering. I have been enjoying it. It was a bitch to get into online. I'm sure I wasn't the only one that had this issue, but I'm having fun. I've just kind of mostly perfected my character currently. I didn't do the face scan or the face texture stuff this year, but I did add a lot of my logos in there, so it looks really cool with some custom ones as well. So yeah, so that's really neat. All right, so that's shit. I gotta fix this. Another one of my oldest attires here, and that is my Deadpool hoodie. And this is old because it's gone through, like, there's a fucking, where is it? Yeah, there's a tear right here. You can barely even put pockets in. I only wear this if I'm really wanting something small, like something slim to wear. Let's see. Plain black long sleeve. I always like those, so that's something else. Some I've had for about 5 years, as far back as the pandemic. My my Pro Wrestling Tees vest, one of my prized clothing items. I will not be wearing. Well, actually, I may be wearing this during the convention. I always wear these. So, all right. So, little backstory here. like I'm not like some of these guys, like green shirt guy or Brock Lesnar t-shirt guy or all this other stuff, right? I'm not like one of those fans who is fucking. And truth be told, I knew Brock Lesnar guy. I like knew about him, but I personally don't like yeah, it's cool to have a gimmick and all that, but like whenever because a lot of people wear the same stuff. They wear a shirt, they wear the same shirt, they wear the same whatever. That way, people at concerts or events recognize them, right? So I get that, right? So I may wear a completely different shirt, completely different pants, completely different anything, right? But you will always see me in this at events, concerts, conventions. I'll probably wear this on this coming Friday. That's usually the only time I wear that. I don't wear that for fucking anything else, really, unless I'm just taking photos or something. That's literally the only time I ever wear that. So, another heirloom, really. This has also gone through the ringer. My duster. I've had this for fucking 5 years, actually. It was, maybe it was almost 6. It was 2021. I think I got it. It was gifted to me. I have probably told the story of how of it being gifted to me, and if you want to know about that, well then find a video where I talk about it, because truth be told, it's not something I want to talk about. That oh yes, hello. I like the name. I like the fucking thing. Okay, well I talked about it a little bit earlier. Okay, so as far as I know, he hasn't been doing any stupid shit as of when I made that stream. When I made the scheduled stream, I've stated there was something he did in that stream that really was the end all be all for me to make the stream in the first place. I think I talked about it before, where he was talking, where his sister and his niece called him. And I'm not talking shit about his family or anything like that, and and all that, but instead of wanting to hear his niece fucking wish him happy birthday, he was more concerned with the chat and the trolls and all this other stuff. And he even had his sister apologize to him for calling him while he was on the stream. I'm the type of person, granted, there have been mess ups every so often, but I'm the type of person. Yeah, he ignored him. Yeah, I get what you mean, though. I'm the type of person, like, okay, if you ever watch me on Popcorn Panel, if ever I'm usually in the living room, my woman is in the bedroom. Usually, she's just getting ready for bed. She got work in the morning, whatnot, right? If ever I hear anything or she calls upon me, I stop what I'm doing. I pause my stuff. I mute my stuff. I go and take care of it. If we ever talk about certain things, and even if you want to talk, there's nothing wrong with talking to someone on the street, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But mute your fucking mic, especially when kids are involved. That's just me. But like, I will always tend to that person. Now, when I showed the call, when we revealed the call, the elusive call that happened a few months ago, where Mr. I'll just say Lima Bean was put in his place. I will admit I was having dinner with my wife. Now, she was there with me. We did talk about it. Everything was good, so therefore, it was a different situation. And I was hoping the call wasn't, because we actually started the call before we went to dinner, but the call took long because he was taking too long, and then he was just kept bitching about. I'll say the show's name because it's not on YouTube anymore. Who gives a fuck? Rant and Rave. He at least mentioned Rant and Rave, I think, 5 times in that stream or in that call. And by the second or third time, I kept telling him, shut the fuck up. No one gives a fuck anymore. And I will be, that's the other thing I want to say. I will be discussing, I won't really be talking much about certain people in that group. However, I will basically explain how everything led to this. So names will be brought for context purposes. That's all. Okay. So I got the poll fixed. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Interesting. I could actually remove one and all that. I did not know that. I've been here for almost a decade. I did not know that. But yeah, so that's going to be the plan. I am in the process of because again, the one other thing with Late Night with the Devil, some people may ask me, why are you pushing it so far? The reason why is because one, we just got done with the award show. I want that to be the main focus of our network and our community for this time period. I really don't want the focus to be on this. I want to be April. That be the main thing, and then once May comes up, we jump right into the Outcast. That is the goal for that. I don't want to have to, and plus, again, don't know what's going to happen with me work-wise going into April. So at least I know for sure I will be off on the 1st. And also, like I said, I really don't I also want to get everything I need. Certain lines, certain quotes, certain everything to where I can actually. And I'm not going to play any of those videos because, well, truth be told, he'll probably take the videos down, which that's part for the course. So I'm just going to have them as just context for certain things. Because, like I said, when I first kicked him out of the Renegades, that was going to be the end of it. I wasn't going to talk shit about him. I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do that. That was going to be the end of it. But that's usually how it is. That's usually how it is where people will fucking, whenever you try to be nice to them, whenever you try to give them, I guess, grace and dignity. Unfortunately, they don't know what that is, apparently. And they just fucking act a fool, So with me, it's just something that irritates me because of the fact that I'm trying to give you an out. I'm trying, I've done that to a few people where I've tried, even when I've cut them off, I've tried to give them, even, and I'll say his name too, because again, he doesn't have a channel on here, J-Man. When I cut him off, and when I made that stream, the only reason why I made that stream was because of the fact that he was upset due to what happened in the fucking thing. Which, again, you got to be called out for your thing. Publicly, privately, all this other stuff. I always say if it happened publicly, you should be called out both ways. You should be called out publicly, you should be called out privately. If you fuck up privately, I feel like that's more of a private thing to deal with. Me personally. What's this? Oh, sure. Okay, so right there. Oh, yes. I don't know if I ever showed you all this. Well, I showed you all in photos, but my one of my prized possessions, my Leon jacket, probably my prized possession in terms of clothing. I don't have too many prized possessions when it comes to clothing. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I've got all this space up here. I could just fucking use for whatever. I need an area. Like I said, I think we have to make backpacks. I need an area just for the backpack shit. But yeah. All right. So put this down here for right now. And yeah. I wonder whose hat this is. I'm going to keep this out just in case we need to get a break. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. It was, during the aftermath. But hey, like I said, it's on here. It's on the channel. You can watch it. You don't have to worry about getting taken down or being removed because, again, I really try not to hide anything. Or if I do hide anything, or I mean hide, but more so delete anything, I will let y'all know. Say, hey guys, for example, probably gonna delete the stream I did the other day because this video will more fill out what I was going to talk about there, right? So Yeah, and truth be told, like some of the people in question have actually said some racist things. Like, I'll be fully transparent with you. My who was it? J Man. What time is it? Should I fix some wings? It's 2:48 because I want something to snack on. I still got actually. I think I still got those Oreos. I'll probably just eat those right now this way. There they are. I need to go back to the grocery store soon and get some goodies. No, because they're gonna be fixing the noodles when I get home. I don't want to eat too much. Thank you, Cabal. But yeah. That person that I mentioned earlier, he did say the N-word. And he said it was peer pressure, but shit. I had a friend of mine offer me $20 to say, and I still didn't say it because that's against my character. I may not have too many rules, but I do have a few. Suspenders I never really use. Now, the princess thing I won't be talking about really at all. Hey, there's your Kylo plushie, sweetie. But yeah, I won't be talking about that really at all. It's not even in terms of for context purposes. It's really not even something to be fully discussed, if I'm being honest with you. It's kind of a dead subject. I think I found some other stuff too. Let's see. I'll put it here. Let's see. I love them. All right, let's see what else there is. Oh yeah, I think it was when we got the shoes. All right. Hey, I found one face mask, but I'm going to toss this because it is old as fuck. Got some hats, one from when I was working at a fried chicken place, and then the Los Invernales, Japan. I'll probably keep this one just for collection's sake. But the work one, I used to get a lot. I used to keep a lot of my fucking work wardrobes, right? I used to do that a whole lot. But nowadays I just really don't have the need to anymore. I keep certain ones, but that's really it. Let's see. What else is in here? Speaker, and I think that drill. I think. Hey, I also found your socks, sweetie. I think I found two of them. Interesting. All right, I'm just gonna put those in there. And yeah, just trying to think where, because I wanna make some space, but also how heavy is this? It's not that heavy, even with the extra stuff. But I also want to make room in the other closets, so I could maybe pick that as a jacket area to give us more space in here. My dengue food. Let me smoke on it. Also, I gotta go to the restroom. So, phone's at 29. Now work. All right. I'm gonna hop onto my phone and then I'll be right back so we can continue onward. Give me a second. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me and all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm on my phone now. Oh yes, I've never even shown you my phone. Testing. Okay, there we go. Let's see. That way you could see on here. See the phone right there, and then you can see it has the fucking whatchamacallit right there. All right. I remove myself from that. And I will remove myself from. Oh, there we go. Yeah. It's a Samsung Fold F7, some bullshit. And I didn't have anything, like I didn't have any complications. Set it up. Granted, I'm 31. I still, even though I do feel like I'm older than I am. Damn it. So yeah, let me get my smokes. Apparently, I didn't know what I did with them. No, are these it? Nope. Did I leave them on the bed? I fucking did. Son of a bitch. Oh well. All right. So yeah, that will be coming April 1st. And again, that will probably be the only scheduled live stream until the Hangman Outcast comes back. So yeah. So I'm just hoping y'all know that that's going to be basically all you get in terms of plans, schedule live streams. And I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I'm not letting anybody in. Now, if the people that are being questioned in the video, we know what I said. I can say stuff I'm not going to, Shree, because you're cooking dinner tonight, and I will let that slide. I'll get to get you a drink tonight. Anyway, I will not let anybody in. Except if for some reason, I know they won't. But if the individuals in question want to come in to plead their case, then they're more than welcome to. Here's the reason why nobody's allowed to come in. One, I do not want this to be a clusterfuck. Number two, I don't want this to go longer than it should. It shouldn't go no longer than fucking 3 hours, if that. I don't know how long the call was, so that may play into effect how long it goes. I do not want it to go longer than that. But if somebody says, hey, so and so wants the link, okay, that's one thing. But other than that, that's really it. I'm not even expecting them to come in because me and a lot of people behind the scenes, we've openly said that. And hey, and this is really not my intent, but for some reason, a lot of these guys are afraid of me. And, I just, the oldest saying in the book is none of this had to come to this, And yeah, it's just something that sucks, Trust me, do you think I will thoroughly enjoy making this video? Not entirely, no. Well, okay, so a few mutual friends of ours wanted this stuff to end. This was like like a month and a half ago when this whole thing started to become a bigger issue. I will be honest, I didn't want to do it because I used to be a guy that gave chances to everybody. Second, third, fourth, fifth chances. I can be cordial with you. I have no issue with that. But I can't be friends with you. You can't be on my Facebook. You can't be on my socials. I most likely won't even allow you on streams unless it's something that where maybe there's a conversation and all that, and maybe through our past experience you may have some insight or something. I have no, like, being cordial is different from being friend. Like, again, there are people right that I'll never be friends with again. I'm cordial with them. I could be on streams with them. Like, I'll give an example. Kevin and I, we aren't friends, but we joke around. We're cordial with each other on like Money Stream or Sloppy Stream or whoever. That's like, I always say, if you're on my Facebook, that means I value you in some way, especially on Facebook, because I don't add a lot of people on Facebook. I don't in terms of that, I don't add a lot of people. I still have friend requests. I think I have like about maybe 8 friend requests right now that I still haven't responded to, either because I've just forgot about them or whatnot. It's just how it is. Maybe eventually I'll add them if I interact with them more. Maybe if it's like a YouTube related thing or something, but it's rare. But like Kevin and me are cordial. We're and we've maintained that. And I will give Kevin this. He has been he's not been doing anything and all this other stuff, and and some will just, like I said, it is what it is. Like, the whole thing is that I could be cordial with almost anybody. There's like a few exceptions. You probably can guess what those would be. Like, there are certain people that I will never be cordial with them, even cordial. But it's a very small list, at least of people I know. Now, I didn't want to do the call, but I did it as a favor to my friends who wanted this stuff to end. Now, and I'll go through this again on the first, but like, I decided the Lima Beans had a fucking list of demands, which was funny because most of those demands were broken halfway into that call, and he was being disrespected and called names, and yet he didn't leave. He did for The Rock. And so I like I said, I did for some friends, and like, I just, like, my only condition was that it would be recorded, and basically if it was broken, it would then, the call would be made public. Now, I had My condition was I would not bring it up on my channel. I would not bring up anything on my channel after the fact. However, if I brought up anywhere else, that was never, I made sure to make that, because if I felt the need to say something, I was going to, because I do not like being censored. The rule for that person was he could not bring up anything regarding me, the award show, anything. And unfortunately, he broke that rule more than once. And see, that's why I stayed quiet for a long period of time. Because I was just sitting back and letting him fuck up. That was the intention. And you know, I just wanted, like, I wanted this to be over. And I thought, okay, if we have the call and everything works out, then we fucking can move forward, right? Like, I'm not, we don't really interact in any circles, so I really didn't have to think twice. Oh, maybe I'll see him on the stream and have to be cordial or whatnot. Although I would have if I needed to. But then we had the call, and it was us just airing our grievances out. And the one thing that bothered me, right? I don't mention my woman's real name on here. Yes, there's been slip ups from some of my friends and all, and that's understandable. I let that slide, but I don't mention her name out here out of respect and and all that. That's why she has her name Lilith on here, right? You know. And the one thing that drove me to fucking go was him mentioning her by name. Luckily he did not go mention my mother's name by name or my mother by name. But my liar's finally dying on me. I don't know what I did with my torch. Is it lit? No. Okay, so anyway, going back. Oh, wait, there's a lighter. Fuck yeah. You're still watching, sweetie. I'm using your cat lighter. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Anyway. Now, when I asked him a question about that, he was avoiding it. Because I asked him, what made you want to bring up your or my woman's name? And he kept avoiding the question. He kept saying no, and then he went on a diatribe about rant and rave, which I think he went on it like 4, 5, 6 times. Beanie Boy. I didn't call him Beanie Boy, referring to lima beans, right? And I laugh. I had a conversation with somebody about this. I laugh at the fact that lima beans is more upset at. Oh, okay, the beans, the lima. Could possibly be something, but anyway. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. We were talking about, like, when Rant and Rave got taken down and all this other shit, right? And I had and a friend of mine brought this up, and it was a perfect analogy. How Lima Bean is more upset that the channel and the show was canceled on YouTube instead of the co-founders and co-creators. they just kind of just moved on like that, which is par for the course by one of them, but it was just something that never, especially with all the hard work that apparently Lima Bean said they did. Me personally, I would, if my child gets taken down tomorrow, I don't give a fuck. Y'all have the memories. Y'all were entertained. That's all that matters to me. But he went on a diatribe about Brent Reagan, and finally I just shut him down on that, and I asked him again. And then he had the gall to tell me maybe I shouldn't have brought my woman involved in anything, right? Which on one hand I could get, because yes, I did my woman. I did bring my woman into like the streams and the conversations, stuff like that. I get that. However, it was the fact when he said he never had a girlfriend, which I'm not. If anybody's ever had a girlfriend or boyfriend, I'm not going to shame you on that, just on that regard. Like when I call him a virgin loser, I'm not going to. Hey, there are people I know that are, that have never had a girlfriend. All that. It's not that annoys me and why I call some people that. It's the fact that they have the nerve to even tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your significant other when you yourself have never had any contact with a woman in a romantic way. That's what bothers me. That's what makes. So after he said that, I spent the rest of the call making him my bitch. And I thought that was going to be the end of it. I thought that was going to be the end of it regarding that whole situation. But like someone else I know who doesn't know when to take a hint, if you Oh yeah, I get that. I think his most recent video he said I'm bleep, you're not, which actually was kind of funny. I'm all about compromise. Hell, when I showcased the Chilling with Jordy with Princess, I got Jordan's permission. I got his permission to do it. I believe I still have the screenshots, or not screen, but the messages about that. I don't, because again, I did delete some messages off my Facebook, but I have to go back and check. But I know, like, I've got, like, I if I don't have it there, I'll have it in one of the group chats like that. I may have showcased that just for that. I don't know. Just for people to know, hey, he did give me his permission. Now he decided not to send it to me after that, but I did tell him that there was a copy downloaded, and I am still going to play it. I just need your word that it's not going to be taken down. Now, granted, now it's a moot point, but back then, it was like, okay. So I'm all about compromise, right? And the whole thing is that regarding all that, after that call, that should have been the end of it. But then he fucking kept going to the point, and I could mention this because this was public. I think it's still public. Jesse, D-Generation Jess, he made a video in response, and he is not a man who gets himself involved in this bullshit. He is not a man who gets himself involved in this type of bullshit. He's one of the good ones that usually stays out of it. So when he gets involved, something's up. So he made a video in response to that, and Beans de Lima decided to say, you know what, he's right, blah, blah. And then less than 12 hours later, not only does he still bring it up, he slips up and mentions my name not he who shall not be named or any of that shit, right? So at that point, and I still wasn't going to make a video. Now I did decide that we were going to make the call public, but also we decided to leave it until after like the award show, stuff like that. It was just we wanted to get that done because that was something we were actually like a lot of us in the community were passionate about, and we got done and all this other stuff. You know, that was something that was the main focus. That's the other reason why we pushed it off. I pushed it off until April 1st. Now, I will also state this, and I will state this again during the video. Like, everybody's allowed to critique and do whatever. I don't have an issue with that or give their opinion on it. But at the end of the day, this issue is between me and Beans de Lima and me and him only. The people that will be mentioned in that stream on the 1st will only be mentioned for context purposes. Like that's how I'm doing it. I'm not getting help from this. I'm not getting eyewitnesses and shit like that. I'm doing this on my own by myself. The only thing of anybody that will else is people that were in that call with me and Beans de Lima. I just tell people, like, I get maybe some people be like, well, he's my friend. But also, to be fair, some of those people are my friends too. And all I'm going to ask those people is to stay out of it. Stay out of it. The person is a 49-year-old man. He doesn't need a babysitter. He doesn't need a knight in shining armor to come and save him from his eternal damnation. Again, I'll reiterate this on the stream on the 1st. But that's just how it needs to be. Like, don't get involved. Now, again, I will reiterate also, after this, it is done. I don't give a fuck if he makes 500 more videos about it. I don't care if he makes 500 more streams about it inside Beans de Lima mine, whatever the fuck. I do not care. Because nothing that person will say or do will top or trump, pun intended, that video. So that's basically the little, I guess, preview you'll have for the stream on the 1st. Now I have also he mentioned to you like 3 or 4 times over a week in those vlogs of his. I don't blame you for being upset. Yeah, like I remember that. It's like, because again, I was only going to kick him out of the group chat. And if he learned his lesson, I was going to let him back in. But it got to the point where he was just the thing that led me to basically blocking him was him basically saying, oh, you were never really my friend. Just going with the same logic that a lot of other people have tried to spew as to why they don't like me or why they're not friends with me anymore, blah, blah. And so, for me personally, I just don't, again, this person has been streaming almost every like every other day, all that. Like I've had real life to deal with. I've had to go on. I've had to take care of bills. I've had to take care of this. I've had to take care of that. Fuck, at my work there was a fucking. Luckily I wasn't there, but there was a fucking shooting at the after an event, right? If you're local, if you live local, or in some of my group chats, you may know what I'm referring to. Like there are so many things that go on in my day-to-day life that I don't even discuss with people on here. Like like this the last few months have been a good, like there's been some bad moments, there's been some really good moments, there's been some good moments. You know, like for example, I thought about streaming Resident Evil 9 when it came out, but my work schedule, and also I just wanted to sit there and be enthralled by the game. 10 out of 10 game again. I will never stop singing that game's praises. But like, yeah, that's gonna be, that's the whole thing. I like that's the other reason why I've been sitting back and watching everything unfold, because of the fact that I've just been busy doing real life shit and not bitching about every little thing that happens to me. Like the man bitches about his, like, not being able to set up his iPhone properly. I don't know. That may be something you need to go to a phone provider and do. That's what I did. You know, I didn't. Did I need it? No, but I wanted to transfer stuff. I've been a Samsung user almost for the last like 10 years. I pretty much know how Samsung works. Even a phone that is as advanced as this. You know, it's just stuff like that that I can't, like, you know, I've always said me and that person are not cut from the same cloth. And that's not, and he could think of that as like, yeah, I've experienced. Well, I'm like, no, you haven't. We've all suffered losses in family. We've all had maybe at times troubled upbringings. My upbringing wasn't perfect. There were times where I was spoiled, and there were times where I was fucking, you know, I had to scratch and claw for the things I wanted. It was never one way, you know? But I've dealt with issues that he had never has dealt with. Women, relationships, kids, you know, just stuff like that. And I'm literally like about 20 years younger than him. And I've dealt with that already. I've had a lot of life lessons. It's just something that, again, I've dealt with over the years, and I've been able to evolve and fucking move forward and shit. Okay, now let me see what I can do with some of this stuff, because I want to make room for the jackets. I'll turn the light on. I'm going to see if I can remove certain things so I can make room for others. I'm going to put these clothes that she wants to get rid of. I'm going to put that in her trunk when she gets home. So that way I can make room for the jackets. You hear that, sweetie? This bag of stuff that you've had for the longest time? Yeah. All right. Let's see how many jackets I can put in here without it fucking going too far. All right. So that jacket. Okay, I need to remove something else. Okay, so that goes. I'll put that down there. The tool bag, I'll put that there for right now. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that later. All right, so anything else I can get rid of? I know. That's why I said I want to just take the clothes and toss them. You talk about too much stuff being in the apartment, sweetie. I could remedy that right now if you want, but you know. All right, let me. The only thing I'm worried about is like the main jacket. Do I have that the right way? No, I do not. I don't think I do. No, I gotta fix it. Because again, hopefully, we're finally at the pier where we don't need all these jackets around as much as we usually do. All right, so anyway, okay. All right, so button-up shirts, those can stay. The vest can stay. Another hoodie. Anything that I will most likely wear within the next however many months. Because anything that I'm not going to be wearing is going in the thing. All right, so. And Uber, that one, that one, that one. Let me see what I can do with this. Okay, so let me see. Let me see what I can do because I want to try to make room. But I need more space. Do I have anything? No, because I'll leave. Well, I could. What I could do could put that on top if it will fit. Really, I got a privacy complaint. Weird. I have not got one of those in a while. All right, let me get back onto my thing, and then I'll be right back. All right, there we go. So yeah. Put my thing in a ponytail. I know my hair looks like shit right now, but it is what it is. Problems of having thick hair. All right, what's up here? There's picture. Oh, more pictures. I'm actually give these to my mother. Before I do that. All right. Ugh. Will it fit? Not fully. But if I put it there, I should be able to maneuver it perfectly. What's this? Better. And there's some free space now. Okay, so what I could do is I can now put that up there. What is even in here? Anything in here that I can actually mess with? I didn't even know I had John Snow. That's really good. Is that a? Oh, that's a. So we're loaded on. All right. So yeah. Anyway. So let's get back into doing this. So that way I have room to. Now I could. Oy, almost lost this. Let me do it the other way. Or maybe not. That way it leaves a little more space, even though my bag's ripping to shreds. Hey, I still have some of this in here. Interesting. Let's see. All right. All right, so that up there. And wait, don't follow me, camera or laptop. Okay. All right, what's in here? It's a mixture of stuff. Okay. That's where my. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can put it in here. This door closed. It's actually heavy on this. Right. Set. And I think these clothes were also supposed to be put in anything. I don't know. I'm going to leave these out just. That way I have a little bit more space in there. Okay. All right. All right. So, see if I can actually, because if I could remove some of this, great. Then I have a little more leeway when it comes to putting stuff in places. Let's see if I can take this long. All right. Now, so probably be best to put it right here, possibly. Not yet. We'll figure that out once we get to the putting the clothes back up. All right, so I'll worry about that part later. And let me move all this back over to the other side. And perfect. I have some leeway now. I have some leeway. Good. All right, now we can put all the clothes back where they need to go and go from there. So, how am I going to do this? So, I do want to get to this side, but that I may do off air. So, let me go, because I want to try to put everything, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I want to try to put everything by design. So, like, for example, the Terrifier and Rhea Ripley stuff goes up here. Let's find out real quick. Yes, perfect. It doesn't even touch the bottom. That's good. Okay, so next up will be wrestling related merch. And I will have to put this also here, even though I would like to put it elsewhere, but yeah. See, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot with this because some of it. Oh, yeah, I want to put horror also behind Terrifier. So what I'll do is also with that, I'm going to put the Michael Myers thing right there. Why is that right? Why is that hanging off of that? Get off. Thank you. Or the Jason Voorhees thing, I'll put that there. CM Punk, put that right there for right now. Halloween, Silent Hill 2, Silence of the Lambs, wrestling, put there. Put John Cena right there. Okay, so all those right here as well. All right, so oh yes, I could show you all my my new shirts I got from Spinebuster Tees. A WWF Bad Blood shirt. So there you go right there. See a little bit right from that angle. I got me a WWF Royal Rumble, the old logo shirt from Spinebuster Tees. And I got to put the hanger back on it. But I got me also one of my all-time favorite wrestling games. It was either this or No Mercy in terms of the shirt I want to get. A SmackDown Here Comes the Pain t-shirt. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to where I'm going to put certain things. Okay, so that goes Aleister Black. I think my mother got that for her birthday or Christmas. My God Mode shirt, Roman Reigns. I got me the Sting Farewell Tour or To an Icon shirt. I think I got that in an AEW event I went to. All right, and let me move this a little bit. Just trying to find the other horror-themed attires, if you will. It's my work shirts. My ghost shirts. Those will go into my band shirts. You know, I could put the Satanic Temple one. I could probably put that in the horror category. I don't mind doing that. All right, so there's that. I'll probably put the Silent Hill 2 shirts next to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one right here and put that in front. Because those are two cool shirts. One of them is my woman's, but we both interchange them. So. All right. So I think that's all my horror-related stuff, except I also got me. It's official, but I got me a Resident Evil 2 T-shirt. I got one more shirt coming in. I'll put that. I am shocked with all the Resident Evil 9 hype. We've not gotten a single, like, from Hot Topic. I think Spencer's all day was just a regular Resident Evil shirt. I'm shocked with the lack of Resident Evil love, if I'm being perfectly honest. All right, so that is all that's there with that. Next up is going to be my wrestling shirts. We're going to put this one in the very back. Put that one there, that one there, that one there. I got another CM Punk shirt, but I just wore that, so I got to wash that soon. Let's see. No. It goes perfectly with the other like. I am basing it off of like likenesses, you know. All right, so that is all the wrestling shirts right there, I believe. If not, I'll just move them. And then my band shirts will be next. So Ghost and Lacuna Coil. I think those are the only ones. So I have like a Ghost, Lacuna Coil. We're going to be seeing Lacuna Coil again in April. It'll be again for me, but it'll be her first time seeing them. So I'll put my Lacuna Coil shirts there, and then I'll put my miscellaneous shirts afterwards. So I got like Courage Cowboy Dog. My soon-to-be mother-in-law got that for me, and I need to fix it. All right. My Superman shirt right there. Again, gotta represent. I could have put this with the other game shirts, but really I wanted it to be horror centric, so my Cyberpunk's gonna go miscellaneous. And then I think this is the end. Oh wait, I think I have the Shrek shirt in here somewhere. So Shrek shirt, and even though I'll put this at the beginning of like the button up stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll put that there. Miscellaneous, all that good shit. And then that hoodie is gonna go there. My long shirts and my business attires, they will all go in their own areas as well. There, drop. Oh, my phone. Oh. Hey, Motion Zombie, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Beauregard, how are you doing? And hello, Motion Zombie. I'm gonna be transparent with you. I don't understand why Xbox is even still making consoles, but it does interest me. But probably not for the price they're probably gonna be selling it for. I've heard rumblings that's gonna be $1,000. All right, so there is all my shirts and all that. Next and finally are my pants. So how am I going to do this? Do I want to do it the easy way or do I want to do it the more difficult way? I think I'm going to do it the easy way. I think I'm going to put 2 pairs. Stay right there. Thank you. I think I'm going to put 2 pairs if I could fit both of them in here. Let me see if I can. No, I'm not going to do it like that. Let's see. Those pants should fit better in between. Let's find out. Let's see. Perfect. There we go. Fuck. Oh well, I'll put it this way. But this, I don't really care if it's on a certain angle or not. But yeah, as far as the Xbox goes, I don't really. Oh, also, I've not really talked about this, but if you missed the Network 3000 award show, which if you did, it's a crying shame. You should go check it out right now on Network 3000. But on that, we saw that Lilith is going to be the newest co-host of the Hangman Outcast, joining Mr. Beauregard on the show. I am in the process of planning to release the intro for it. Of course, the parties have seen it. They've actually seen it months ago. Because, again, this was all planned months in advance. So yeah. Oh, dang, I have more shirts. I knew I was missing some Halloween shirts. All right, so my other pair of pants, I'll put that here. All right, so I knew I was missing some shirts. All right, which shirts were I missing? I was missing my Halloween shirt, my Nightmare on Elm Street, and my House of a Thousand Corpses t-shirt. I got that from Spencer's. I do want to get that Fravors Jason one I see there, but I'm waiting. Let me get that this way. I do want to get. Do I need it? No, but I would like that. It's one of my favorite slasher films of all time. All right, so there's that. Right. I believe that's everything. At least everything that I needed to cover as of right now. I still need to put some jackets in the other room and all that. So what I want to do is I am going to get out of here from there. I'm going to join through my phone. I'm going to smoke, and then we're going to end the stream because we probably around the 90-minute mark. So give me a second. I'm just hopping on to the computer and the phone. Excuse me. and go from there. Oh, you're good, Beauregard. Oh, so. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Cabal. Right now until Thursday night, I am in Minneapolis. That's cool, Beauregard. Hope you're having a lot of fun. I think I saw one of your posts on about it. Yeah, we'll go to the 90-minute mark and then we'll end it. That way. Yeah, I'm still waiting on like 2 more packages. One is some 4Ks and a Blu-ray, and then the other is another T-shirt. So yeah, so that's basically what I've been waiting on in terms of all that, and then we'll go from there. Thank you. I'm about to end the stream, punk. Okay, fine. Fuck it. We'll go. Fuck it. All right, let me see. All right. All right, fine. We'll do that. It's always one about the end streams when and all that, but yeah, and I've got rid of a few of them. I can't go no more than another hour, anyways, because that's when my woman will be back home, and we're gonna be watching Ready or Not before the new one. I've already seen it, but she has not. Yes, the link. The link is there for people to want to join. Yes, Cabal, you could join too. Let's see. I'm just checking real quick. Also, some show talk regarding Popcorn Pair. I will not be on tomorrow night. I will be working the Spurs Celtics game. I'm hoping the Spurs whoop the Celtics ass so I can rub it in David's face, but we'll see. So I will not be on there tomorrow, but I will be back on next Tuesday. We will be discussing the movie Fade to Black from 1980. I've been wanting to talk about the movie for a long time, so we will be discussing that. Hello, Cabal.
Hey, man. I know we haven't talked in a while. How you been?
I've been doing good. You?
Oh man, I've had some scary situations since I disappeared.
Oh, sad.
Situations since I disappeared.
Yeah, no, I get you on that, man. I'm glad you're doing okay, though. Right now, at least
Thanks,
you're
man.
alive. That's all that matters, you know. Yeah, no, I get you on that, man. I'm glad you're doing okay, though. Right now. Oh, I hear. Are you watching through your phone?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me put a shirt on and a hat on, and yeah, I'll show.
Well, no. I was wondering if yeah. Oh, okay. I can't hear the stream anymore. All right. Oh, never mind. Okay, I can't hear the stream anymore. All right. But yeah, we'll be talking about Fade to Black in a week from tomorrow on the Popcorn Pound
Plus,
podcast.
I'm doing it on my phone, and my phone's super slow, I guess.
Oh, that's why because I think I heard the stream earlier. I was like, oh, but yeah, we'll be covering Fade to Black next Tuesday, so that will be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Cabal, do you have the stream playing in the background? Oh, Cabal, do you have the stream playing in the background?
Yeah. I'll turn my phone down and just listen to the stream.
All right.
Yeah, I'll turn my phone down and just listen to the stream. Is that better? Because it's still kind of on.
Yeah, I can still hear it in the background. Let me see.
Because it's still.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I'll mute you until you. Oh wait, never mind. You already muted yourself. All right, never mind. But yeah, next Tuesday we'll be discussing Fade to Black. Very much looking forward to doing that. And outside of that, then we'll see what we talk about in after that. Because I think was it tomorrow they're doing the Brutalist, and then this coming and then next Tuesday we Fade to Black, and then of course we go back to spin the wheel, make the deal, and then after that, like I said, no other streams I have planned until the 1st of April outside of Popcorn Panel. All right. Okay, so now I need to focus on the whatchamacallit. I'm gonna pop onto my computer. Be right back. All right. Also, give me ID. Give me the motive to charge my phone. All right. The Bret Hart photo. Hello, Punk. You there? Maybe he's adjusting his mic. While he does that, I will start working in the other closet so that way I can put the rest of the jackets in there and then figure out what I'm going to do with the other thing. Well, oh, it's Tubi. Wrong app. Where's Roku? There it is. I have my mic. I have my volume up. Yeah, I do. Okay, let's make sure it wasn't just me. All right, so I'll mute it for right now so you don't hear a lot of squirrel and bird noises. That's for my dog.
Does this work?
Yeah, I can hear you. I did. All right. So that way I can make room to put the onesies in there.
No, is it?
Okay, I can hear you now. You there?
All right, fuck it. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah, clear. Our dog. Oh yes, our dog, sweetie, our dog. I did that to see if you're still watching, and you are. So that's good.
Yo, all right, got that working, right?
Yeah, I think Cabals was fixing his stuff on his end, and then yeah. So I think we're all Gucci.
All right, cool. Yeah, so what are your fucking thoughts on Resident Evil Requiem? And then I'll get into mine because.
Oh yeah, as far as I'm still working on my second playthrough because if I'm being honest, kind of like outside of work, had 2 games come out really back to back with Requiem and then WWE 2K 2K26. So I've been putting time in on that now and all that. But as far as like the game, like first off, I feel like it has the perfect mix of the horror and the action that I feel like the series has been trying to perfect for years.
Right.
So like, and it never felt like for me, I never was like when it went to Grace, I was like, oh man, I want to play more of Leon. You know, it was a good mixture of the two where for me at least it worked out very well in that regard. As far as the
I think
story, oh, go ahead.
no, I was going to say like I think for me what they did brilliant was sort of brought back like obviously took big fucking inspiration from RE7, right? When you're especially graced. And what I liked about that was they kind of made you feel pure weak and like shit when you're grace, especially when you're in the care center.
Yeah,
But what I thought was pretty fucking cool, like when you become Leon, you just become fucking overpowered. You're there fucking killing motherfuckers left, right, and center.
yeah,
I,
that's like
I,
the memes with
so
there's like the memes like with the Shining and then fucking
yeah, I actually have that saved in my phone. That's so funny.
yeah, and then
Like,
John Wick or Kingsman stuff like that. And I'm like,
yeah,
that is like literally a perfect explanation to anybody who's not played it.
like with this, I thought what you did really fucking good was the fact of like I thought the chapters, if you want to call them that, the switch in the scenarios between Grace and Leon went pure smoothly. If I could remove anything, because I did feel like so I platinumed the game on PlayStation, right?
Oh shit!
I beat it on every difficulty, including insanity mode, which, thankfully thankfully you get fucking infinite ammo with the
Yeah, I was
Requiem.
gonna ask you because that's I'm waiting to get infinite ammo so that way I could go into insanity mode with that because
So for you, so what you need to do to get infinite ammo, and so when I first played the game, I played on classic, right, which is the one where you need an ink ribbon to fucking play the game or to save, right? So
yeah,
what I did that playthrough, like my first time playing. I think my clock said it was like 9 hours, but if I'm honest, like my PlayStation said it was like 18 hours. You know what I mean? But yeah, I did that. Then I was looking at the trophies of okay, is it the platinum achievable, right? And
yeah,
I seen one that said complete the game without using a healing item, and one without using Grace's blood collector. So I was like, okay, there's only one way to do that, and that's on casual mode, right?
yeah,
So I did that when I beat it on casual again, so that would have been my second playthrough. Then I unlocked infinite ammo for the Requiem, but then I went into insanity mode. But what I forgot about that, even though you have infinite ammo with the Requiem, there's parts where you don't have the Requiem even when you're Grace. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's like them parts can be tricky. I found when I was facing the Super Tyrant, that was very tricky, especially even on insanity mode. Um, but yeah, man, I thought that fucking game, like I always said it, okay, my favorite Resident Evil game is RE2 and
same.
Code Veronica, right?
Yeah, my two are Resident Evil 2 and 4. But I need I got Code Veronica again on PS4. I haven't played it since I think I can't remember if it was the game. It had to be the GameCube, I think, or it may have been because it came out on PS. Because I remember I got
I had a Code Veronica on the PlayStation 2.
yeah, because I think I got it because when I got into Resident Evil, it was like round 4. So like I didn't. So I had to go back and play like some of the OGs like on the GameCube, like Resident Evil 1 remake, Resident Evil 2 and 3, the OGs on GameCube. But
Like
like
before Requiem came out, I believe it or not, before Requiem came out, I went back and played a Resident Evil game I haven't played since it launched on the GameCube, and that was Resident Evil Zero, right?
oh yeah, yeah,
Not the biggest fan of that game. Like,
same.
you know, I like Billy Cohen in it. Like I thought he
Yeah,
was a cool character, but yeah, I didn't find that game as good as other games, right? But one thing I wish that well, actually, I'll get back to Requiem real quick. The part that I hated the most on Requiem, and it's not even like something that I, should be really hating on because it's still cool. I felt like I was in when you got to get the bomb parts.
Yeah,
I feel like you're doing a lot of trouble just to get the last bomb part, the relay, right?
yeah,
Because you gotta collect them, then you gotta go through fucking the Cedar Brook apartments, then you gotta go into the garage and get fuel, then you gotta go down and get batteries for the gate. Like, there was so much you gotta do for something so small. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. I think the only reason why it didn't bother me was it just gave me excuse to explore. Because that's the one thing.
but they kind of ground you with the exploring and something like. I get it, you can't make it open world, and for what you did, like it was a big open space. But
Yeah,
I felt like I felt like with Raccoon City, like they could have like opened up more areas, man. Like it would have been so fucking cool. Even if he had that motorbike and you were like, you know what? Let me fucking hop on the motorbike and fucking drive around. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
I
think
remember when the motorbike became a thing in that section. At first, I thought, okay, they're gonna make that fucking usable for most of the thing. And then when they did it, I was like, okay, but I was like, I actually like because then I got worried because I was like, okay, hopefully it's not going into Resident Evil 6 territory. And then, but no, it was smooth. Oh, let's see. All right, Cabal's back.
no, that it was legit fucking really good.
As I'm about to hit the road, have a great rest of your streams, baby. All
You
right,
too.
so you get home safe. I'll probably end it once you get home, so we can start on dinner. Yeah. Yeah, like that section. I thought the police station. I thought that was fucking excellently
Dude,
done.
when I first saw, obviously the trailer showed that Leon went back to RPD, right? Which was a
Yeah,
big selling point of that game. But dude, when you actually play the game and open up the doors and you get the flashbacks of him talking to Marvin and him being on his first day on the job in fucking RPD, dude, man, that brought back a lot of fucking memories, man, of me even playing that game for the first time. And I'm even talking about the fucking PS1 game, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But
Like I didn't like I like with my Resident Evil it started with 4 and then I kind of went back and then forward with it. So like like so like for me because I've always said Leon's my favorite Resident Evil character.
yeah,
Uh
I have often, I even said that, like when I saw initially, even with the original Resident Evil, like if you were to ask me my favorite character back then, I would have said Wesker, right? But if
yeah,
you're talking like a protagonist, man, dude, there's a reason why Leon's in fucking 4 of the mainline games. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
It's like for example like I have a lot of like Leon
we
centric.
can hear you now, Cabal. I think I heard you laugh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
yeah
right.
we like with Leon, like I have a lot of Leon centric stuff, and my woman has even got me like she got me the jacket that's very reminiscent of fucking. I'll show it again. I showed it earlier, but like, she got me like a jacket from that's very much inspired by Resident Evil 4's jacket, um, and all that. Let's see, and it was funny too because
Is that black?
it's the jacket from 4.
No, but I'm saying, is that jacket you're holding black?
No, brown.
Oh, okay, it's black.
That's Lilith, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Does she have her own YouTube channel and she just kind of promotes it like this?
She streams from time to time. She like recently she's been streaming like Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered.
Well, no, I didn't know either at first.
Yeah, yeah. So like no, she does
But
so
that's what she's looking for, I guess, to be creepy and different.
oh yeah, like but yeah, she got me that and she got me like the Leon flag that's in my thing. And even like Resident Evil's like shirts, I don't have that many, but like
For all I know, there might be a dude under there.
I got me Resident Evil. Was it Resident Evil? Resident Evil 2 shirt, because they don't have a lot of Resident Evil merch, but like at some of the stores I go to, the only one I see is Resident Evil, and yeah, I like Resident Evil 1, but you know, again, Resident Evil 2, 4, anything like that, those are like the
Like,
type
you
of
know
stuff.
what? You know what's mad as well. Like in my like top, so Requiem. If I had a top 5 and I had them in order of what my favorite Resident Evil games are, number 5 I would have to put in. I'd put Code Veronica in at 5, right?
Yeah,
Number 4 I'd put in RE4, the OG, right?
yeah,
Number 3 I would put in Requiem. 2 I'd put in RE2, the OG, and the remake is good as well. And number 1 would be the fucking RE Nemesis for the PS1.
oh
Speaking
yeah,
of remakes, they're gonna remake Part 1 again.
Well, you know what? You should. Well, in a way,
That's my favorite one anyway, so I'm not fighting it.
I don't have an issue
Yeah.
with it either, because outside of 5, that's the last one with the tank controls outside of Code Veronica, and
Yeah.
you know,
Well, the one with the shitty controls. Have you ever tried to go back and play RE4 OG? Man, I remember I booted that shit up like a year ago, and I was like, yeah, I'm turning this shit off, man.
oh
Because they
yeah,
have that shitty,
yeah, it's difficult
wonky
for me
ass
to go back and play it because I'm like, same thing with, well, RE2 is a little bit different because RE2 is not like so my top 5, mine is kind of controversial because I'll be honest, some are the remakes. 5
As long as you don't put RE3 remake in there, we're
oh
good.
no
You know where I put there? Outbreak File 1 and 2.
that's a good one too. As far
Yeah,
as my top
but
5,
you can't put them as like a fucking top 5, man. Outbreak, like they're good for what they did, but that's actually. Could I just touch
I never
on something?
played it online.
yeah.
I just play it like with my one
You know,
friend
dude,
at the time.
all right, so Alyssa Ashcroft, right, a main character of Outbreak. You're meant to tell me when we play Requiem, she gets killed off in like the first 8 minutes. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? You just kill her like immediately. Crazy. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was shocked of how, like, I figured she was going to get killed because of from the trailers, but I didn't think she was going to get killed that quickly.
Neither did I.
As far as like my top 5, I'm trying to think, because I like my top 3 would be probably right now, because again, I've only had one playthrough for it, so I'm not gonna put it. I would put Requiem at 3. I put Resident Evil 2 remake at number 2, and then number 1 I would put Resident Evil 4 remake, because like at first I thought I wasn't gonna have Resident Evil 4 remake at my number 1,
Yeah.
until, because some of the content they did cut, but after what they did with Separate
But
Ways,
they did add more. They did add more, like with the content that they cut, like in RE4, right?
yeah,
They did kind of expand, like you go on the island.
yeah.
So I'll give them that. They added more leeway on that. So, you know, I can't really fucking fault them for that part.
Did y'all already go over this? Which is the hardest Resident Evil to you? Because I say Code Veronica.
I always said it's
And-
Code Veronica. Code Veronica is the hardest Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so it would be those 3, and then I probably, for my 4 and 5, I would probably put.
And we can't cheat and say the Game Boy Color game.
I was gonna, because it's between 3
Yeah,
games.
Barry Burton.
It's between Resident Evil 5. I know that one is kind of controversial. The other controversial one is Resident Evil Village, but I was going like that has.
All right. Yo, Cabal knows my feelings with this shit. RE7 was a brilliant game. I loved it. Ethan Winters as a protagonist has to be the most dumbest motherfucker I've ever played as.
And
You're
you know what's
telling
funny?
me
I tried to. I
you'll
tried.
get your hand chopped off, and all you do is go, "Ooh, let me rub some alcohol," and you're happy again. What the fuck? You
I
know what I
know.
mean?
I like there are moments like because I have a friend of mine who he knows I love Resident Evil 7 in Village, and I love Ethan, but he always points out certain days, and then when I replay it, I'm like, yeah, I can't argue that part. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's got to be the weakest fucking protagonist I've ever played as in a Resident Evil game. Like even when I played Resident Evil Zero as Rebecca Chambers, like I wasn't even a big fan of her. It was more like Billy. I was enjoying more playing
same,
as. You know what I mean?
same.
Oh, but she can play the piano.
I don't give a fuck what she can play, man.
So like Resident. So I
Yeah,
probably
she plays that Moonlight whatever that song is.
Moonlight Sonata or shit.
yeah. I would probably put Resident Evil or 7 at number 5, Resident Evil Village at number 4, and then the top 3. And then Resident Evil 5 will be number 6 due to that. I still like I always stand by because I did once again try to replay 6. I'm like halfway into like Leon's campaign, and as much as I want to like it, it's still my least favorite of the mainline
Here's
entries.
the thing: that game gets a lot of shit right, and look, I can agree. Like the game isn't the best fucking Resident Evil game you're going to play, right? Because
Yeah.
they kind of around that time, Capcom were kind of like ripping off the whole like Devil May Cry franchise that they were pumping out at that time. So they were adding the Devil May Cry elements to Resident Evil. That's why it was all action based.
Which
What
is
I
funny.
like,
Resident Devil May Cry was basically a not you like some of the stuff used for it or that was for Resident
yeah,
Evil.
they were using assets, right? But
You're the one where he's got the emo boy haircut.
The thing with Resident Evil 6, which is crazy, it's the longest fucking story mode game you could ever play. It's like 22 hours long to fucking beat.
I thought the remake was okay, but the second part of the remake, man, that was balls.
Remake of what?
Devil May Cry.
Oh,
you're
man,
talking about the
Devil May
reboot.
Cry.
Remember the one where it's all blue all the time?
Yeah, I stopped playing Devil May Cry, man, after the initial 4 games. After that, it was like, what the fuck am I even doing anymore? You know what I mean?
Cheaters.
I like Devil May Cry 5. I never did play the reboot that came out before that. I one of these days I'll probably will just for completionist sake, but yeah, it's like I think the only Resident Evil games I've not really played is some of the on rail ones. Like I think the ones for the Wii. I think those are like the only ones I never really played back when they were out because
Like there's a few like hidden good ones, like that you can play, like fucking like one of them rips off House of the Dead. I believe it's Umbrella Corps that does that. They rip off House of the Dead. Like it's
Umbrella Corps. Yeah, that was the one that they were trying not to make it like a Resident Evil game, but it was.
yeah, it was,
Oh, yeah. Wait, is that the one on PlayStation where it's the first-person
Yeah.
shooter? You're talking about that one?
No.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was, no, was it not? It wasn't.
Oh no, I'm thinking of
I'm talking about the
fucking
original PlayStation when it had this little stupid
Tiger
front shooter game. Yeah.
or Dead Aim. One of the ones that were on the PS1.
Yeah, Dead Aim. There you go. Thanks.
I can't remember that game. Jesus.
Yeah, because I know Dead Aim. I know one of them was on PS1. I know one of them was on PS2, and then they had, of course, the Wii, the Dark Side Chronicles, and the Umbrella Chronicles ones. And then
Yeah, the Umbrella Chronicles. That was it. And then there was the other one, the one
Dark Side
where
Chronicles, right?
Yeah.
the Dark Side
The
Chronicles.
ones when
yeah.
it was like on Dreamcast and PlayStation 2 were okay.
Like, I remember, like, for me, a game that I wish got fucking remastered or remade, right, was a game that was on the GameCube. It was fucking Eternal Darkness.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
That game.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Game was a mixture of
That's vaguely
Silent
coming
Hill
back to me.
and Evil. Like, it was a fucking big mixture.
I don't know why that's not gotten remade. I don't know why Dino Crisis got remade. I know there was that one horror dinosaur game that came out earlier this year, but I heard it was horrible.
I heard they were going to remake that too, Dino Crisis. But these people on the internet, they say they're going to remake everything, so you don't know if you can really trust them.
I thought Resident Evil 5 remake was going to be the next one, but now
Actually, here's the thing, and I actually sent this to my friend in real life. There's a bottle of wine in the care center in the dining hall.
Yes.
Dude, it spells out Veronica, but it's like jumbled up. And what's actually cool is people are thinking so that Capcom, the 30th anniversary is on the 22nd of March, 3 days before my birthday, right? And basically people are saying not only are we going to get DLC, which we will for Requiem, but people are saying we might get a teaser trailer for Code Veronica, because if they're going by the lore, over the narrative that they put in Requiem, they got to change a bit of a plot hole in Resident Evil 5 to make the story actually canon. You know what I mean?
Yep, and you didn't make them that much money, so they have to.
Well, yes, because from what
I love Dino Crisis, by the way. Oh,
from what I understand,
I was going to say something, but I think you already mentioned it.
Yeah, they were going to do They're doing Resident Evil Code Veronica. From what I've seen from leaks, it's going to be next year, and then I think 20. I don't know if it's because I've heard they're doing Resident Evil Code Veronica and then Resident Evil 0 the following year. And then
I thought if they're going the route that they should go, it should go Code Veronica, and then they should go right into Resident Evil 5 remake.
No, that's why I even say, because like they
don't need to go back to 0, because 0 in a weird way doesn't fit the narrative of the story right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
the mechanics are pretty. I don't know. I never liked the mechanics either.
They're doing 0, and they were doing
0. Yeah.
2029, they were gonna do Resident Evil 10, and then the following year after that, apparently would be when the remake of Resident Evil 1, the second remake of Resident Evil 1 would come out. So 5 may not even come out until after that.
We need a new Resident Evil game with fucking Jill and fucking Claire. You know,
yes.
I thought like Ada would have showed up in Requiem, but apparently Leon is married to her.
This is the first mainline Resident Evil game with Leon that she was not in, because she was in 4, she was in 2, she was in 6. I know she was. There was concept art of her in Village, which I would have been curious how, because again,
you know what else is pretty cool? What you did in Requiem. On one of the portraits, they got fucking Miranda from Village on a fucking painting.
Yeah, and I also like like when everybody was speculating what Elpis was, right? And we all thought it was just a new breed of the disease and all that, but in fact it was actually like the cure for all that. By the way, I wanted to ask you, Punk, did you get the destroy ending first, or did you go right into
so right away I released him, because I had an inkling if I took Leon's word, he's going to get shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I unfortunately did the destroy one, and then I was like, oh, God.
But it gave you the option though after that, so that wasn't the reason.
I will give them that. At first, I was like, oh, God, I gotta go, which I was going to anyways, but I'm like, I gotta go back and play it over just to get the other, and then they're like, oh, here's the other, and then I was like, okay, this is the chronological ending, because of the fact that it gives you more time to play and more time to fucking it gives you an extra boss fight, more cutscenes and all that. So I was like, okay, they don't even need to tell me that this.
Did you say it gives you an extra ball spot?
No, a boss fight.
Ball spot.
Pretty much, Victor Gideon is Nemesis type.
I took that way the wrong way.
What you did was, the endgame boss fight of RE3 remake with Nemesis. You pretty much do that shit again, but
mythologies.
You made it a bit better.
Yeah,
they did that in the comic books too.
And then I think also the reason why
I
they're
think,
probably
I
going to jump.
think for me, like what I thought was a waste of opportunity was, so you know the way Xeno was a Wesker clone,
Yeah,
because that's what this whole game was pretty much about. Cloning was happening, right?
yeah.
Like you got fucking Mr. X, you got fucking the wannabe Wesker, you got fucking Gideon, who was the Nemesis type. Like you got all these things, but with him, I felt like he just got fucking, he became a nobody. Like, oh, he talked to fucking Spencer's fucking T virus but it was really an antivirus, right? And
Mhm.
then Gideon comes in and just fucking murks him right away. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know how all these Resident Evil villains, they just go back to who they used to be.
I'd love to know. In Resident Evil 10,
I know it's a virus, but
is this going to be the end of the core cast? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you already put Leon at the age of 49 in this game. What else is he going to be in fucking Resident Evil 10? You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
and even then, he's like, I haven't felt this good in ages. I'm like thinking, like, so what? Are they gonna be like, oh, okay, so if you take this, you'll be able to extend your life and then all that. And I'm like thinking, I think of that Deadpool and Wolverine thing where he's like, they're gonna have him do this till he's 90.
Yeah, probably. Well, if they're going milk the cow, they're
Well,
going to just put Leon in every fucking game now.
So
You
does
know what I mean?
Nemesis get his eyeball back, or is it still in there? And his skin just rolls back over it.
I was gonna say Resident Evil Village in the Shadows of Rose DLC. It was like again, there was a time jump, and Chris is still working with the BSAA, and he's got to be in his 60s at that point. Is he still punching boulders? I don't know.
So here's the thing with Chris, right? He's got to be the only Resident Evil character I know that had about 8 different fucking model changes.
Yeah,
Like, you know, whatever the fuck he was looking like in RE7.
yeah,
that
Yeah,
was not
I remember when they
Resident
tried to make him look like Paul Walker or something like that.
Yeah, but you know what's cool? At the end of Requiem, when Leon and fucking Grace to get saved by the BSA, they actually use that model as like a random nobody in the background, which I found fucking hilarious.
Which one is that?
They use a Chris Redfield RE7 model
Oh, okay.
for a guy to be like a generic guy in the background. I found that hilarious.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like Leon, I feel like they've kept like it's funny how like you said with Chris, but with Leon, they've kept him mostly accurate to his original look. Jill would be or not. Yeah, Jill. I feel like also they altered her over the years. That's like I'm curious how she's gonna look if they bring her back.
You only kind of alter Jill with fucking Revelations, right? But
Yeah,
in the core mainline games, like she's still her. But you did change her in Revelations, have that more with the blonde hair and the BSA look.
oh
Like,
yeah.
like I don't know, like, but I didn't find it
Kind of
that
looked like
too
she had
weird.
a virus in her. If you're talking about Jill.
Yeah,
Well, also, I like would Chris be infected with the because he wasn't in Raccoon City during the outbreak, was he?
but if you
Yeah, it's
follow,
still all the shit.
so you have to understand the story, right?
Yeah,
A curse happened to all of the Raccoon City survivors. Chris was at Spencer Mansion 3 months prior to that shit, or no, a year prior to the whole outbreak in Raccoon City.
yeah,
So Spencer Mansion happened in 97, and 98 was when Jill's RE3 and RE2 happened on the same exact night. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's how, like, you know, you find Jill's fucking letter to Leon in Ken's gun shop on RE2 remake as well. But yeah, so there was a curse that happened. They all got. To be honest, they never really explained. I got to read that Grace report after I beat the game because it's like 60 pages long. But I'd
Yeah.
love to
You
know
know a lot, man. You're summing up a lot of stuff.
how the
Well,
fuck did they just get
also,
infected randomly? You know what I mean?
by the way, what were your thoughts on? I know they never said his name, but we all know who he is. The showdown between Leon and Hunk.
To be honest, yeah.
Dude. So Hunk, right? Dude, when I
Yeah.
first played, I didn't even know that he was even in the game. You're telling me the motherfucker that can't die is in this game? And when dude, I knew it was him right away when he said, Leon Kennedy, it's finally nice to meet you. I was like, holy shit, because I think in Gak you call him Commander, right? If
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. Dude, when you do the fight, seeing you beat him, then you leave, you go back into that room.
He's
Hunk
gone.
ain't there on the floor anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
so
thought that
like,
was fucking awesome. To because he's one of those characters, man, that people like sleep on half the time.
yeah, like that's why I was like thinking. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna be in here. And then yeah, when I heard the voice and just all that, I was like, oh my! It was like the giant spider, right? And
Dude, I gotta be on insanity mode. That giant spider gave me fucking hell.
I bet I was like, it was funny because my wife was asleep or she was kind of in and out of sleep, and I'm playing it, I have my headset on, and I'm trying my damnedest not to, because like not to fucking wake her up. But I see her move a little bit. I'm like, sweetie, the spider. They finally brought the spider back after all these years.
Well,
Works.
they actually incorporate him somehow. You know what I mean?
Was
But
the spider in RE2, but they removed it in the remake?
it
I think so.
was it 3? The spider, no? Oh no, 3 was the fucking shitty alligator motherfuckers, right?
Yeah. So yeah, from my understanding in the because I know there were spiders in the original Resident Evil and all that, but if I
Yeah,
remember,
Tarantulas.
I
yeah,
do think it was RE2.
yeah, and they didn't have it in the remake. So when he popped up in this, I was freaking out because I was like, because I just went through RE2 again before playing Resident Evil Requiem, because I've been like playing like all the like that's why I've been trying my damnedest to get through 6, at least Leon's portion, because I was just playing all the Leon centric RE games, and so
Well, here's another bit of an Easter egg that you might have caught onto. You know the car Leon was driving?
yeah.
His reg plate was 2469.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All of the games that he was in, right? I thought that was cool. The other thing I thought was pretty fucking cool, when you do like a little Easter egg in RPD to open up the locker where you get Rebecca's fucking infamous photo with the
Yeah,
basketball. I
didn't complete that one in my first playthrough, but I did see it after the fact, because like again, this playthrough I'm going to be exploring more and trying to get all the extra stuff that I didn't get.
Dude, there was actually a fucking because obviously I got the platinum, but there was actually a fucking achievement in Requiem, which I thought was, if you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, it would be hard. Is you got to beat the game within 4 hours.
Yeah,
I clocked at 3 hours and 28 minutes when I got the trophy.
I beat it. My first playthrough, I think I beat it 6.5 hours, if I remember correctly. I can't recall fully, but I believe it was.
Yeah, but that was the end game time, right? That shit has been bugged because it even said for me it was like 8+ hours, but my PlayStation was telling me it was like 15+. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it didn't feel like 8 hours. I felt like I was in it. I felt like I was 8 hours in the care center. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the care center I felt like was the one, like not as a bad thing. No, I also think the reason why they're going into Code Veronica and going into Resident Evil 1, the next few remakes, is because I feel like now, since they have that mansion layout, they have the assets now where they could kind of work around it to make it into like.
Well, the only part of the mansion that you have realistically is when you're in Ark and you're getting the elevator to Leon, and you're in fucking Spencer's office, right?
Yeah.
Because that whole like the care center, even though it does look like the mansion to a degree, especially when you're on the upper floor, like with the dining room and where the fucking opera singing chick is and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I thought that's one another thing. The zombies actually had personalities. I thought that was cool.
I feel like this was the best rendition of like the zombies that I've seen probably since, because I always said I feel like the best form of zombies, at least in terms of how they maneuvered and stuff, was probably RE2 remake, because especially like in harder difficulties, even in the easy mode, if you just have a pistol and you're fucking shooting them in the head, it takes like 4 or 5 shots to put them down, and sometimes even more for them to stay down.
Right.
And so I probably put that up against Resident Evil 2 in terms of my favorite forms of zombies in the game, because
The one mechanic I wish you brought back. So when you unlock infinite ammo, when you get the RPG, you gotta reload the fucking RPG constantly, right? But with it in RE2, you can just spam it. You know what I mean? I was like, why did you get rid of that, man? Fuck. Just let me spam it. I don't want to be fucking reloading every goddamn second.
Was there was no infinite ammo in RE4 remake, right? Because
no, but what I did unlock in that was Leon's RPD outfit, which was hard as fuck to get because you got to get an S plus with every character on every map of Mercenaries, and I was using Krauser. That shit is hard as fuck.
Yeah, I think Krauser is the one, because like I always say, I think the two, like I think Wesker was one that played really good, and Hunk.
Wasn't there a show called Trophy Hunters back in the day?
Yeah, there was.
You should have been on there, not Anapunk.
Well,
you would have been a host.
Like, here's the thing. Like,
I bet you would too.
Now, so on my PlayStation, I think 63 platinum trophies, right? Which relatively it isn't a lot compared to like other people that are fucking playing games like 24/7, right?
Yeah, shit. I only have one platinum trophy. That's from UFC 5.
I platinumed Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
I pretty much platinum horror games and Final Fantasy VII, and Requiem, Dead by Daylight. I got the platinum. There's a few like really hard ones.
I'm close to platinuming.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Did you get one on that?
I think
I give up playing that, man. It's shit game.
Which one?
Killer Clowns.
I never played that one.
Neither have
I. The only 2 games I'm right now close.
And I love the movie. That's what sucks.
What is it? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Terrifier the arcade game.
Dude, I'm short 1 trophy for Terrifier, but it wanted me to go back and replay the whole game or some shit. I was like, man, I ain't fucking doing another fucking 5 hours or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I need to start playing the because I got me recently. I got me the Halloween and Evil Dead like beat 'em ups. I got that like.
Oh yeah, I nearly have the platinum and Retro Realms. That's what you're on about, right?
Yeah, Retro Realms. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm start 2 trophies for that. It's a fun enough game, but I'm waiting for the real Halloween game, September 6th.
Yes. I said, why, like that game and then Wolverine comes out the same month. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, Wolverine is called August, right?
No, it's September, I think 13th.
Okay, so Halloween will be out a week before.
Yeah, that's kind of like how it was with me right now with Resident Evil 9 and then WWE 2K26. Since I got the Monday Night War edition.
Did you actually pay $150 for that shit? I've got the King of Kings edition just so I can play it early. But man, the fucking prices are looking for you to pay like $50 for like 5 extra characters. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll admit, I did buy the Monday Night War edition. I got my income tax, so it was like if I didn't get it near time, I would have just gotten the King of Kings edition. And
I
got
will say this, like, CM Punk is my favorite wrestler, right?
yeah,
I gotta be honest though, this game, it just feels like a repeat of last year. Like a showcase mode, I feel like it became a chore after you stopped doing unlocking the shit that he actually did, and then it turned into, hey, what dream matches would you like me in? It's like I
Well,
don't want. I don't
well,
want
he
see,
just brought up
I played
Madden,
the Gauntlet mode,
and that's a remake of Mutant League Football. I'm playing. It's not really, but I just missed that game.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I played the Gauntlet mode in
the last platinum I got on a wrestling game.
What was the last platinum you got?
2K24.
Ah. See, I don't. Yeah, I've never even platinumed a wrestler because again, like I've only started recently trying to go for more trophies. Like my wife and I try to because she doesn't play as many games as I do, so it's kind of like, but like we're kind of both always. I think she's got 2 platinums on hers. I'm sure she's going for another one for Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. So it's like, but like, yeah, like with 2K Showcase, I didn't even play the Showcase mode. I literally just did the Gauntlet, and that was
I just wanted to do it because I wanted to unlock the original Cult of Personality sound music theme.
Yes,
and his Wolverine fucking attire.
Yeah. Like
it's like a metaphor for the X-Men cult.
I haven't gotten to My Rise yet or My GM or the Island yet. I've just been mainly focusing on Universe because that's usually what I focus most of my time on is Universe mode and my faction. I do play that, but I'm not like a lot of these guys who pays the money for a lot of these cards. If I usually just grind it. One time I did buy a diamond pack that came with but it was on sale and it was my birthday. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I think I got that. It went down to like fucking $15 or some shit, right?
Yeah. So I just literally just said, you know what? I need that got me my King Booker and it got me the Booker T01 models for 2K25. So I was good with that.
I was about to ask you a question, and you pretty much answered it right there.
I unlocked the Triple H Persona card. The
99 one?
Yeah, I got that with the King of Kings edition. I think it's the one that's in my faction. The one that you got to unlock by getting a certain amount of cards or some shit.
Yeah, and then the other one, I'm waiting for the Drew McIntyre 2010 one to start because that's going to be a live event. So that way I'm a little more prepared since I think they're releasing that early, unlike last year where it was kind of at the end and I kind of didn't have all the cards I needed to get it. So like now I'm just trying to get everything I can just to do it. But yeah, that's what I've been focusing a lot of my time on now. And then probably within this month, I'll go back to Rec Room and get a second playthrough going.
So I've already started it. In the timeline now that Requiem and WWE 2K are out, right?
Yeah.
What other big games are coming? Like I obviously know fucking Wolverine, the Halloween game. Hopefully GTA 6, but
yeah, that literally comes out 6 days after my wedding. So
what games are coming out before then? Like what I'm hoping for, I know you might be a fan of it, is Final Fantasy VII Part 3. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm not I never really got into that one. That's probably one of the series I didn't really get too much into. I will say, what is it? They're okay. I'm trying to think. So there's a 007 game that looks interesting, but I'll probably wait for that to go on sale.
I heard bad things about that, like from people that actually played that game early. They said,
that's why I'm probably gonna wait. If Lego Batman, I'm a fan of the Lego games, so but that one also I'll probably wait till it goes on sale because that one Lego games usually go on sale pretty frequently. What else?
And since we're talking about video games, I have to say this before I forget it. You look like Maximilian Dude.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm actually I love watching that dude, man.
Me too.
going
He's
to
a
get
good video game reviewer.
Marvel Talk on the fighting.
Oh
game.
yeah, that one's also that one.
That's August, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And then also the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 that comes with 4 and
Let's be real, we're only getting it for part 4, so we
Yeah.
can sit down to a fucking hour-long cut.
I caught him with my fishing pole and pulled him away from the conversation.
That has to be the only game with an hour-long cutscene. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, and funny enough, again, like with Resident Evil 4 and GTA, Metal Gear Solid 4 was the first one I played. So like I did get me recently. I haven't dived into it yet. I got me Snake Eater the remake, and I got me the Master Collection because they were both on sale. Because when I just picked up a bunch of games I've been meaning to pick up for the last probably 6 months. Next one I want to try to get into is Chronos New Dawn or whatever the hell it's called. That one is because we lost Punk, but that one I want to get
He'll
into.
probably be back.
Yeah, because that one I want to get.
Oh, he's come back.
Yeah, I'll be ending once the wife gets home because we'll be starting to fix dinner and watching a movie because we're gonna see Ready or Not 2 at the end of the month. So she hasn't seen the first one, so I want to get her into that. And yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks because a lot of the movies we've seen weren't really like. Scream 7 was a fucking. Oh, by the way, before I continue on, shout out to Romanoff in the chat and Motion Zombie as well. Scream 7 was a fucking abomination of a film. One of the worst films I ever saw.
Is it because they killed Dewey?
No, Dewey. No, Dewey got killed in fucking 5.
Oh, part 6.
No, part 5 he got killed.
Oh.
I actually liked that he got killed, but also I cared about him in that one. I didn't really care for Dewey.
There are people that care about it, though. That's the crazy part. I just seen somebody bitching about it yesterday.
No, like
they're like, I'm not going to see it because Dewey's not in it. Well, they can still do flashbacks and stuff.
It's either that or like Melissa Barrera, and I like Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, but again, I've always said Scream is Nev Campbell's Scream. You know, when like. I like parts of Scream 6, but I always said it was weird not having her in it. And then like what was the other movie? So The Bride was very disappointing. The performances were great, the visuals were good, but it was I expected more. Dolly, which is basically a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff, I liked it for what it was. It was a bonkers type movie, but I'm glad I was able to see a movie like that in the theaters. What's the next movie? We're seeing Undertone on Fridays. That should be good because that's A24, and they usually are pretty good at the quality of their movies. Ready or Not 2. We're seeing, I think, this movie called Slanted.
I can understand, Jason.
I have a few other movies that I still need to see because right now I think I've seen 16 movies this year that came out this year, and I have a few that I still need to watch. There's this
somebody's mad at me. Okay.
Who in the chat?
I'm going to apologize right before we ended the stream.
Who's mad at you in the chat? Anybody in the chat? I was like, I think everybody's pretty good in the chat, from my understanding.
I'm just trying to make the show entertaining like you do.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Well, I was looking to see because everybody's pretty, unless the chat hasn't updated. I want to see Forbidden Fruits. Yes, okay, so I want to get a ticket for that one. For some reason I'm having issues trying to get because I got Regal Unlimited. I'm seeing Slanted, I think on Sunday with my woman, and then Ready or Not 2. I can't remember when, but we're seeing that when probably the week it comes out, and then. Forbidden Fruit's probably the last one. I do want to see Project Hail Mary, but Project Hail Mary is not that's not one she wants to see, so I may just try to watch that myself. And then
what did I do? I made one silly joke.
Well, I think everybody's good. Or is it someone messaging you privately that's saying?
All right.
Let's see. I'm just trying to see real quick.
You will not be mentioned.
Oh yeah, everything's good. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, so like yeah, like I know what was it Lee Cronin's The Mummy comes out on the fucking in April. That one looks interesting. And then Super Mario Galaxy. So there's gonna be some good movies coming in April, but I'm really looking forward to May. I will tell everybody, be on the lookout for this movie called Obsession. It comes out in May. Curry Baker, he has another YouTube. He did short films on YouTube. Check out
Obsession. I haven't heard of that one. What is that about?
Basically, this guy has a crush on this woman, and he makes a wish. Like he finds this like gum pack or thing where he breaks it, and if he makes a wish, he breaks it, and the wish comes true. And he wishes for the girl to love him, and all that, and basically the wish works, but of course, in those types of situations, she becomes again. They've done a very good job at with the trailers. I always say a lot of times trailers give a little too much in a movie, but like this movie is done very well at giving you the premise of the movie, giving you the idea of what the movie's going to be, but not giving too much away. I've heard from people who saw it at South by Southwest, some people I do look at as credible critics. They've been singing the film's praise. That's how I went to go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, because some people were just saying it was one of the best movies they've seen in a while, and it was. I fucking love that movie. But yeah, Obsession comes out in May. Check out the short film Milk and Cereal by Curry Baker, who's the director of Obsession. It is on YouTube, so if you want to see it, I can actually probably put the link of the short film in the chat, so if anybody's interested. And Cereal, there it is. Okay, so let me copy it. All right. Yeah, it's a really good little found footage film, short film that was on and all that. So yeah, definitely watch it for anybody who has not, especially if you're interested in watching Obsession, so you kind of see how Curry Baker is as a director. But if Punk is not going to be bad, we got into a good conversation about Resident Evil. I'll have to retitle this because I want people to also check out the Resident Evil portion of the conversation. But I'm going to be ending it here. We went to almost 2.5 hours, which is good. Got a lot of stuff talking about. You got to see some of my wardrobe and all that stuff, something different. Got to talk about upcoming stuff and all that.
Which one was that? I missed the last one.
What? The last one?
The last one with the.
What do you mean?
The last movie you showed off to go see.
Milk and Cereal. Like it's from the director of Obsession. It's on YouTube to watch. It's a short film.
All right.
So yeah, definitely watch it. But yeah, I'll be ending it here because I'm sure my woman is near home, so I want to get everything ready.
Right.
For her. But I appreciate you, Cabal, for coming in. I appreciate Punk.
I appreciate you too.
Glad
you know what? I appreciate your woman too, even though I'm sure she doesn't want to hear it.
No, she's good. But what was I going to say though? It was something. Something I was going to say. Oh yeah. I'm good that Punk and I were able. Because funny enough, I was just thinking about. Man, I said, man, we haven't done a Resident Evil conversation.
No
like
problem,
we finally did. But with that being said, guys, I bid you all adieu, and I will see you all the next time. Until then, ta-ta for now, guys.
See you.